Hello! Evening, folks. Sebastian here with another After Dark live stream. Something's going wrong with my music here. Let me just tweak this down a bit. There we go. Not responding to me. You know how it is when you're live streaming. I don't know. I should know by now. Hey, folks. Sebastian here, and welcome to Atmoseeker. If you're new to the channel, I focus a lot on tabletop gaming atmosphere and inspiring terrain to create those perfect immersive experiences for your Dungeons and Dragons, your other type of tabletop wargaming types of things. I see we already have some folks in the chat. Welcome, good to have you here. And yeah, tonight we're going to be looking at some folks from Archon Studios have been kind enough to send through some terrain my way. These are from the Dungeons and Lasers Caves crowdfund that has just begun. So before we get into it, let's have a little word from the sponsor.
Adventurer, explore the world of Dungeons and Lasers, the pinnacle of RPG terrain and miniatures. In this journey, we're taking things to a higher level, underground, I mean. Traverse the secrets of 3 distinct themes. The standard rocky caves. The diabolic demonic caves. And the fleshy belly of the beast. Experience the wonder of pre-painted sets. Your terrain can now be more breathtaking than ever before. Bring more spice to your world with dedicated sub-themes. Chambers of Agony, Maw of the Abyss, Combat Arena, and more. Back now and be the first to explore the caves of Dungeons and Lasers.
All right, so now you know what I'm up to. I've got some of that cave terrain in my hands, so we're going to take a look at it. We've got some of the unpainted sets. We're going to be painting these up tonight because they have sent through some of the pre-painted sets, and I am going to try and match my best the colors and tone of these guys tonight. So I'm going to be pulling out the airbrush to try and make speedy work of this. I have got all of these guys on the sprue, so I'm going to try and paint them on the sprue. I haven't done that before, but just given how these are organized on here, you can see they've done quite a good job of having all the connection points in parts of the model that you wouldn't see. So yeah, I'm hopeful of we can get a good job. They've actually sent through a few more sets of some of the pre-painted stuff. We can take a look at those later in the stream. I'm keen to kind of get going on painting these, and these are going to be tied into a video coming up pretty soon. So once these are painted, I'm going to be making a video that's going to show some, almost kind of like a showcase, atmospheric style of kind of some of the sound effects and lighting type of things that you can do to further enhance these kind of terrains. And typically, generally, what are the stuff that I use for your caves and stuff? It's one of those typical locations, and we might share some cave stories tonight of some previous cave adventures that I've had running on from some of those classic D&D adventures, like probably some of the Kenza mines, some of the mines of Fandelver. Those are some classic caves, Wave Echo Cave. And there's probably a few from like the Horde of the Dragon Queen kind of thing. That was a while back, but yeah, it might be cool to regale some of that. If you have your own cave stories, I'd love to hear those in the chat. It's super nice having you here this evening. I am running a little dry on like scotch and stuff. That's what I usually like to do when I escape into the garage dungeon to paint all this kind of stuff. I like to have a little nip, but I was thankful to find something in the cupboard, probably in honor of the Polish supporters of this, where the crowdfund is come from, Archon Studios. I'm going to be having a little swig of this Żubrówka vodka, and we can have a look at the grass inside there. I'm gonna have a little nip. You know, started us off strong. And let's see. Oh, that is a great vodka. Very nice and smooth. Very nice and smooth. He says, Ule, man, I was practicing your name. Ule Ingverstein. I'm gonna say it with that accent. Welcome, good to have you here. No scotch. I definitely have to like stock up a bit, especially if I'm in the dungeon doing this kind of stuff. But we're gonna try and match the paint of this stuff as close as we can. I'm hopeful. I've got some colors that I've kind of pilfered from what is it? From one of these painting sets. I don't have a like dedicated like, you know, those painting sets that you can get, those like the 200 Vallejo paints and stuff. I haven't taken the plunge on any of those. I've just got get these like little piecemeal kind of like painting sets, like the WizKids ones and stuff. I really got to like take it on proper. So if you have any recommendations of like paints that you like, Vallejo paints are pretty good. So I think that's what these ones are. Or if you're more keen on the like Army Painter or something. I know I've got a whole bunch of the speed paints there as well from Army Painter, or you're just like a Citadel fan. And yeah, I'm curious to know what people's preferences are and why. So well, Punisher fan says he doesn't have any cave stories. That's a shame, because well, maybe it's time for some new cave stories. You play it yourself, or you run campaigns. I'm curious if you were going to run a cave. What kind of cave? Like, honestly, probably one of the memorable ones that I have run in the past has been the Wave Echo Cave one. That was probably the first one adventure I had run in its entirety. If you're not familiar with that one, it is kind of one of the starter adventures. I think it's from the starter set. So it's a little pamphlet kind of style adventure, and it's deceptively quite big, especially the end dungeon, the Wave Echo Cave kind of thing. I remember cutting it down quite a bit. All right, so I'm going to use some of these. Ule says Army Panther is coming, or have come with a new line, Warcolor Fanatic. Some people are saying those are amazing. All right, yeah. Look, I am often on the chair, on the seat, on the fence, I'm somewhere, and I'm looking at paints and how my feelings are about paints. Usually, I'm usually kind of like a go with the flow kind of guy. Whatever is kind of like easiest to use. I got quite a few to paint here. You can see they've sent quite a few sprues through. So we've got, so yeah, this is the unpainted one, and this is the painted one. I'm gonna try and match it. I'm gonna have to try and get, what is this? Like an olive drab, kind of like puke green color underneath, and then I'm gonna have to try. Yeah, I'm gonna need quite a bit of it. So I'm gonna put some brown in here. What kind of brown is this? It says dry rust. I don't think that's this is brown. This is like a what do you call it? Like a dark umber kind of one. I'm gonna get. Oh, it's actually got a quite nice consistency to it. I'm gonna be painting quite a bit of this. Wooden Raven, welcome to the chat. Just wanted to say hi. I watched all your videos the other day, and I'm a new subscriber. Welcome. Good to have you here. You're great. Thank you. You've given me lots of great ideas. That's all I wanted to say. Carry on. Thank you very much. Good to have you here, and thank you for subscribing. It's fantastic to have you here. Like I know I'm not the most successful at getting a lot of content out, but I do like to focus on quality. So I am in the midst of a whole kind of remodel for the space to try and make this more of a kind of conducive machine. As you can see, we've got the weekly live streams here on Monday nights. That is probably a part that's going to kind of augment into this kind of stuff, but I'm also around the back over here, just around into the creeping dark shadows around here. I'm working on a live play space, so that's going to be mostly used for showcasing different types of like room setups or terrain layouts and that kind of thing. So it's all a work in progress. It's all coming along. Yeah, if you want to see any more like behind the scenes of that type of thing, the Patreon Discord is the best place to be, because you get to see a lot of those behind the scenes. It's a great Discord. We've got all kinds of different Atmoseekers in there showing all their different types of setups. And yeah, it's a great little community. Oh, Dan, welcome. A new cleaning plot. That is right. I ordered it right the next day. Yes, I am going to try to avoid. I am already cautious here. Maybe it was the whiskey or beers last time. Don't drink and paint. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a good amount of paint here. Now, at the moment, I'm just trying to like mix and color match what we've got going on here. Ethan says he's tried some of the AK ones recently and they were pretty impressed. Yeah, I like some of like the effects ones, like the rust colored ones. I'm sloshing this already all over the place. Messy, dirty boy, messy. Yeah, so yeah, we can keep talking about Wave Echo Cave. We've got, so that was one of the first adventures that I ran, and that was mostly, that was like a work game. We were running it late after night, after dark in the office. I would come with a lot of my lights and my terrain. I would bring it on the train into the city, and we would play. I would bring everything, probably except for like the smoke machine, because there was like smoke alarms and stuff. But I would bring stuff like the humidifier kind of thing, and that worked out pretty well. But yeah, there was I would run quite a few games in there. Every game it seemed to get a little bit more elaborate each time. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a paler color in here, because I think I've overdone it with the brown. But yeah, so we were running it in the office, and I think we were running it for like a couple of years, because we would get together maybe like once a month, maybe twice if it was a good month. And no, that was a lot of fun. I think I even recorded a couple of games. So if you're on the Discord, I might share some of the secret recordings, just an audio recording, but you can hear what those kind of games were like. We had some of the crazy characters. Jagger Chief says, what's the spooky guy behind you's name? Spooky guy. Hang on, which spooky guy? This guy? This guy? My Attack on Titan no, this guy. I bought this guy like ages ago. He is like an anatomy for like drawing kind of thing, and I think, yeah, I like the kids call it like Attack on Titan. He kind of looks like that. But yeah, he's mostly one of those drawing tool kind of things. Very anatomical. So he's magnetic, so you can like take off his little heads and stuff. It's good. Like if I used to do quite a lot of illustration and drawing, and that is probably something I've been toying with for probably like future After Dark live streams. We might do some illustration work. I know I am just been meaning to catch up on some merch designs and that kind of thing. I want to kind of uplift what we're doing in the merch store. So because it's not great at the moment. All the designs are pretty dated. So I'd love to kind of reinvigorate what we've got there. If you guys have ideas for like designs and stuff you'd love to see, yeah, I do quite a bit of illustration work back in the day and stuff. So it'd be cool to like dust off the old Wacom tablet and stuff, and get drawing again. That's for sure. Army Painter paints coming up a lot in the chat here. Glow paints. Citadel. Yeah, sounds like I see Ule not like in the pots. A lot of people make that like that transfer from the pots to, what do you call it, to the dropper bottles. I've seen a lot of people like show how to do that kind of transfer. Yeah, I don't mind the pots. I like the charm of them, but I can get functionally how they're kind of crap. Okay, I feel like we're getting close. I need a lot more green. I have put way too much brown in here. I'm gonna try some of this. What we got here? This is quite a fluoro green here. Yeah, more cave stories, Seb. So we were running Weko Cave, and it wasn't until the probably towards the ladder, like the end, like in the final cave, it's like, damn, this is like this. So this is meant to be like baby's first dungeon. I was like, wow, this is a mega dungeon here. There are lots of rooms, and it was kind of like it was that typical kind of layout of D&D stuff where it's like, okay, there's nothing like in the module. It wasn't like connecting any of the rooms. It was just basically, it's this room, but it has 6 goblins in it. This room has bugbears in it, and it was, yeah. So I kind of homebrewed a lot of this stuff. I came up with this system of like keys where they had to kind of like go through the dungeon. I stripped a lot of the rooms out because it was like, we're going to be playing this for another year if we keep going with this. So really kind of, I picked and choose like what kinds of monsters in there. Like there was some with like some of the main enemies that I had. I feel like that's getting close. Man, I've got a decent amount of paint in here. I might have to like pour some out to be able to mix it. All right, I think we're getting close though. Getting that brown, I feel. Actually, yeah, a bit more green. There we go. All right, so we got a greeny, kind of pukey brown. Looks like I've got a tub of poop. Maybe a little bit more yellow, I reckon. But yeah, so I homebrewed a lot of that cave. Like, took some of the more essential elements, like the cave, like the wave chamber and everything. And honestly, it was a lot of fun to run. I really enjoyed it, especially with the company that we had playing it. It was yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely fell into the pit traps of a new DM where kind of like over prepped on a lot of things, or yeah, just so, like ran into like encounters where it's like, oh, there are way too many monsters in this room. We're gonna this one. We've been doing this one encounter all night. So yeah, so definitely learned quite a few things from running around. I guess in terms of like a starter set kind of thing, it was good to kind of like learn. I kind of just wish the booklet kind of held your hand a little more of what to do as a new M, especially because it's a starter set. It would have been nice to have some of those like easy kind of like early kind of like pit trappings of typical DM stuff that can happen when you're learning. Okay, I'm gonna try and test a little bit. Wow, I've made a lot of this. I do have a lot to paint, so I'm gonna try and just test this out a little. Well, let's see. Now I am super nervous dropping this pot again. I'm gonna move it all the way over there. Now let's give this guy a little puff. See. I think it's still a little thick. All right, we're definitely gonna have to thin it up a bit. But I think we're in the right color, I think. Poop and puke. Yeah, that's where we're in the poop caves. Yeah. All right. I mean, I think we're getting close to having some kind of color here. That's pretty close to these guys. I mean, that and that looks pretty close. Yeah, I'm wondering if I go thicker. Yeah, we're gonna start. I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm probably actually gonna wash this out first, just to make sure it doesn't clog. Because I seriously need to get these painted, because I need to get filming on this video. I am running out of time. The crowdfund is in a link in the description if you want to check that out. But basically, I think it ends at the end of this month. I think there will be pledge manager and that kind of thing later after the crowdfund ends. But yeah, if you want to check that out, if you like how this stuff looks, we'll have a look at some of the other pre-painted stuff later in the stream as well. All right, that's looking better. It's a little less unclogged there. Alrighty, I really wanted to. Yeah, see, that's quite. I would have thought that kind of consistency is quite good, but I'm mistaken. Now let's go. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up in the chat here. Oh, everyone's talking about paints. A pair of pants you have to assemble off a sprue. Okay, how's this consistency now? Oh. That's pretty good. I think that's good. All right, we're gonna go with that. I've got a lot of paint in that pot, which is good because we've got quite a few sprues. This is quite a large area that I'm painting in because I'm just in the garage, but just to be safe, I'm going to turn on the little extractor guy here. I'm also gonna mask up on this. So apologies for the sound quality. All right, let's do this. Actually thinking this is still a bit thick. It's coming out, could be coming out a little thinner, I reckon. Let's see, let's try that now. That's a bit better. Yeah. All right. I think it's coming
come through. I gotta, because it's a little thinner now, I gotta come through a little bit thicker on it. I think the color's alright. I think normally I would have gone more of a grey. We can have a look at some of the pre-painted stuff in a minute. I think this is alright. I'm going to just take a better look at comparison in a sec. Alright. Alright, that's kind of one done. Oh. Let's just do a little comparison of poop puke. Oh. Yeah, let's have a look. Look under the comparison, the colors. So I gotta touch it. Let's have a look. What do we got here?
Ugh. Oh man, it's hot. It's hot tonight. With summer down here in Australia, so yeah, it is. I think it was 30 degrees Celsius today. Man, I am totally done with summer. All right, what we got? We've got. We have a pan out there. Let's have a look. So, how close did we get, color-wise? I think it's not bad. I'm going for that dark tone in there. It's probably a little darker. I don't know, it could also be the wash or something as well, could turn it down a bit. So I'm thinking, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty close. It's gonna need like a dry brush or something over the top. It's probably gonna look a little different once it dries, but I think we're in the ballpark. I'm going to throw a whole bunch of atmospheric lighting on all of this as well, so that's probably going to help unify of how this is going to look. If you're curious about the caves video of if you want to see all this terrain come together and what kind of atmospheric tools and techniques, this is the channel to be if you want interested in that kind of thing. If you want to bring your D&D games to a whole nother level with atmospherics, this is the place to be. Atmoseeker. Consider subscribing, and if you're curious on checking out more, there is a link to the Patreon in the description. Helps out the channel, helps me buy paints, that kind of thing, keep the channel going, and not to mention just a huge point of inspiration. I just want to say a big thank you to my amazing supporters on Patreon. You guys are amazing. You're a future inspiration and a current inspiration. It's just every time I come on the Discord, it's awesome to see what everyone's working on. A special shout out to my Seeker patrons, Anthony Von Uhlen, Blake Dooley, Charisma on Command, Chris Andrus, Constructed Chaos, Darkfire Designs, Dr. Justin L. Hamrick, John A. Johnson, Mini Wargaming, Nathan Mack, and Michael Dykes. Thanks so much, guys, and let's get back into it. I've got a lot to paint here, but yeah, just a huge thank you to all my supporters on Patreon and channel members. All right, we've got one down. We've got a whole still a whole bunch to go. But we're gonna get these at least base coated tonight. I need them. It looks like the paint job is pretty simple. You know what? Let's take a little break and let's have a look at some of the other pre-painted tiles that they sent me. So this is using their Prisma paint. What is it? I think usually they have it Prismacast. Right. So it's their new patented technique of getting painted. So I believe they're pre-painted by artists, like paint by hand, and then they use photogrammetry to kind of scan that, and then by magic, they printed on top of here. So yeah, we can have a look at some of this is stuff from the Abomination set. So I've done nothing to this one. It came all pre-painted on the sprue. I really think it looks pretty goddamn good. I kind of just want more of it. I mean, they sent a unpainted version of this one, so I'm definitely gonna have to do that to get a bit more of this terrain going. But I really like how it looks, and it's really kind of nice and sturdy. I really like how it kind of like packs away. So it's pretty good if you want to stay portable. I do even like just pre-making little sections like this, because that makes it, if you have seen the Dungeons Atmosphere video, that's one of the tips I like to do. I kind of try to pre-assemble little sections so I can piece them together as the players explore. They also sent through some of the Dwarven Mines. Some people in the Patreon may have seen me assembling these and unboxing them. So yeah, these are looking pretty nice. These are all pre-painted. They are going to have unpainted sets. So these aren't from the current crowdfund, so you can get these off Dungeons and Lasers currently. And I quite like this set too. But I definitely want more caves. I am a little, I like having elevation in my cave setup. So I know in the crowdfund, they do have in some of the sets, these little elevated kind of like cave areas. I was like, oh, I wish they sent through some of those. Those would have been cool to see kind of how you could make some really nice variations and stuff. But you know what? I'm probably just going to have to buy a set and check them out with the whole thing. So yeah, no, all right. So let's keep painting. Let's keep painting this, guys. I really want to get these primed. Yeah, we see we've got a whole stack of sprues here. We've got plenty of paint, that's for sure. Actually, going to save on the thinner. I'm going to thin this out with a bit more. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Oh, definitely going to have to stock up on some thinner, I think. I got a little bit of a shopping list I need to do for some of these paints and stuff, because I quite like painting terrain. It's a lot of fun. All right, yeah, I am. But now, actually, before we get into that, now just after a minute of this, it is double-sided, so I will have to prime the. I will have to paint the other side. But yeah, we do. Oh, if we go have a look, yeah, that color is pretty good now. Now that it's dried, it's kind of like toned down a bit. Yeah, I think especially if I dry brush some of the tan on this, it's gonna match pretty nicely, I reckon. All right, I'm gonna let that guy dry before I do the other side of him. So much to do, Seb. All right, I'm gonna put the mask back on. And maybe we're gonna. I don't know, I'd love to talk some more, but it's a little hard with the mask. We're busy. We gotta get these painted. I've got more cave stories. If you got any cave stories of your own, I'd love to hear them in the chat. Oh. Or if there's like
Adventurer, explore the world of Dungeons and Lasers.
We're back. It's almost like I'm a professional here. I know what I'm doing. I was gonna push that button, the switcher button. Oh, all right. We gotta keep painting these. We got lots to do. Another sprue. Let's go.
Alright. That's another side done, I think. Oh, I'm trying. Oh, this one's a little harder to hold. Alright. I'm gonna try to get the top of it. There we go. It's a good thing we made plenty of this paint because we got quite a bit to cover. Bane Seb. Oh. Overkill Joe, welcome. Oh, my brother. Hey, Lucas, welcome to have you here. Yeah, I am painting furiously all these caves, these cave tiles. Gotta get these done. I'm just regaling with some cave stories, for some dungeons and or dragons. I think I have to paint some of these. Gotta paint all of these. If I can at least base coat a lot of these, that'll be good. That's the hope. What are we doing? How are we doing for time? We've got 11 o'clock. I got an hour. We could do this. The airbrush certainly helps speed it up quite a bit. The whole problem is I've only on one side of this. I still got to do the other side. It's alright, it's alright. I just gotta believe. You know what? I'm gonna fix the focus on that one. What's going on there? Focus. There we go. That's better. Now you can see what's going on. Let's get a little closer there. There we go. What else? What kind of cave stories? Horn of the Dragon Queen. That had some caves in it. That was another adventure we ran. That was, what did it do? The Hatchery. That's one of the first ones. Just past Greenest. I don't think I homebrewed much in that one. That was just a small cave. I don't mind the small caves like that. I had the screeching mushrooms. I remember them doing a lot of damage in there. We're getting into, that's actually reminding me of some of the caves in Baldur's Gate 3. I've been playing some of that with some mates. And yeah, we've been doing a whole underground, what do you call it? The Underdark section kind of thing. And so that's been cool. And there's been a lot of mushroom people, those myconids. I didn't realize how sinister those guys could be. I always kind of just imagined them like little mushroom people. Doesn't have to be pretty, Seb. Just has to be close. Use all my mediocre painting techniques to try and, honestly, there's a lot of great detail on these sets. Even with my, just like some very basic painting techniques. Even, like, you could be painting this all by hand. I'm just using the airbrush because it's a bit faster. Because I got a lot to do. In Cliffs of Insanity. Shrieking eels. Now that sounds good. That sounds familiar. I can't. Is that from Baldur's Gate? Why does it sound familiar? It's like it's from a TV show or something. I really, yeah. I can Oh, that's gonna bug me. Alright, we got this guy. We're gonna run out of space. We're fast here. Got two. I don't need any more of these paints. What happened? Oh no! No, 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 no. Don't stop. I accidentally pushed the stop streaming button. Okay, are we back? We're back. I think. Well, that was unintentional there. But I'm all blurry now. Okay, hang on. We got a couple of technical difficulties here. Let's dial down the chaos here. Oh my god, what the hell happened?
Just push the button with my fat ass. I don't know how to fix that blurriness. I know. I'm gonna have to hit the start button again. Here we go. And we're back. There we go. Sorry about that. That was a little bit of, I was pushing the button with my leg, apparently. My leg said the stream is over, but we're back now. Princess Bride. That's it. I've only seen it a couple of times, but yeah, it's a good movie. I think I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, and now watching it more recently, I was like, oh, I get this. I get it. I finally get it quite a bit. All right, we've got, what do we got here? Before we were so rudely interrupted and back from this stream. Hopefully I don't lose folks. I can see we still got people here in the chat. Shout out if you're still here. We didn't scare you off. We got some capable folks in here. I know we do. I can hear my guests coming in across the roof. My heavy-footed friends. Okay, I've got that painted. And you can't even see. You can't even see what I'm looking at. All right, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, and only the one side as well. Man, I have a lot of work to do. We gotta keep going. I'm gonna keep going. We've got, how am I doing for paint here though? Yeah, I'm gonna top up a bit. It's actually pretty good that I made lots of this color. But I honestly, now that you mention the Princess Bride, I have been on a bit of a movie kick at the moment, just watching some of the classic sword and sorcery type movies, like Conan, Red Sonja. We had a bit of a chat in the Discord about some good recommendations. Oh, you know what? I saw recently. I think it's on Full Moon Productions or something. It was just this awesome look. It was like unreleased or something because the animator that was working on it was like stop motion animation on a lot of the effects and stuff. I think he passed away, so the movie never got completed. But what they've done is they've dug up the footage, they've like restored it, they've like I think they've even like enhanced and done a whole bunch of stuff to kind of like recover it, and they've just put it together, and it looks amazing. Like it's like cheesy. What's it called? It's called The Primevals, I think it is. Yeah, if you find it, it's like, it looks cheesy as heck, but it looks like all the actors in it are like taking it completely seriously. It's like, oh, it's that nice charm of the movies from those days. And yeah, just all the stop motion effects and like matte paintings. It's just has that nice classic vibe to it. I love it. Lucas is asking, why are you using gold? It's not gold. It's like, maybe it's kind of hard to tell. It's more like an olive drab, kind of brown. So it's like a very greeny yellow. I believe poo was the poo or vomit was used as the describer earlier in the stream. But yeah, this is going to be our base coat because we have some of the pre-painted sprues, pre-painted terrain from Archon Studios, and we're trying to match it to some of these. And you can see they have this same kind of like browny gold on it. So hopefully we can get something close. I think, especially with a dry brush, I think it's gonna pick up. I feel like dry brush and then just a wash, maybe pick up some of those lighter stones and stuff. I don't know. Depends how much. I don't have a lot of time to kind of get stuff painted together, so it might be a bit of a rush job. If you want to see, if you want to see these cave pieces rushed, painted together, but enhanced with a whole type of atmospheric techniques and trying like lighting and audio stuff. I want to use this stuff for some of like the live play games that I'm going to be running in this area around the corner. So if you're interested in seeing some of that kind of stuff, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because that video will hopefully be dropping. It needs to drop. It needs to drop next week or sooner. God damn it. I still have to film it and stuff. So yeah, maybe in a week or so, we're gonna have a new video dropping in about this, some of the terrain and how to use this in an atmospheric environment to make it more immersive. So it'll be all kind of like different types of caves I was thinking of going for, like wet caves, dry caves, like cursed caves, haunted caves, something cavey, I think. So these are just the standard caves from Archon Studios for Dungeons and Lasers caves. So maybe it should be just standard caves. I don't know. It's kind of a weird branding name for the cave. Like I would call them like, they do say stone caves, I think. Baby poop yellow. Yeah, I get it. Oh crap, I need to put my Bane mask on. Hang on a sec. Where is it? You get a cave, everyone gets a cave. Well, I mean, it's in the crowdfund link
on the description. If you want to check it out, or if you want to wait to see how these look, subscribe to the channel and you'll see. If you're curious in seeing some of the behind the scenes as well, the Discord's a great place to check out. But, you know, rest assured, we're doing weekly streams every Monday night. I'm going to catch up. Easiest way to support the channel is to hit that like button and subscribe, and it helps me out a lot. Alright, let's get these painted. Any other kind of cave adventures? I think there's some Shadow Dark caves that I have run that were pretty goddamn creepy. I don't know if you've run any adventures in the Shadowfell, but they really kind of dig into that extraplanar vibe. And some of the monsters for the Shadowfell, super messed up. Yeah, definitely. And some of them have like abilities where it's just, if they fail the saving throw, they're dead. There's no death saving throws. They're just gone. So it really made things not as relaxing, kind of tense. But like thankfully the players weren't too long in there. Just gotta keep painting here. Whoop. I definitely have to do the other side. I definitely want to have those dry a bit before I do it. I don't want to rub off the paint. But I feel like we're making some good progress. What time is it? It is 11:20. All right. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I will catch you soon. The Shadowfell caves are pretty messed up. I think. What did I run into? Oh, it's like the Death Stalker, Death Walker, something like that. But that guy is giant. But they had to hide in like caves and stuff and run away from that thing because it just had this like death aura. Man, it feels like it's been forever since I've run stuff. I think the last time I ran a game was, I don't remember. It's a good few weeks ago. That's for sure. Okay, all right, we got this guy. It feels like I'm getting a little bit of a clog on this airbrush. I'm gonna have to try and clean it out a bit. That's all right. We have gotten through quite a bit, but I'm not giving up. We got to keep painting because I need these caves. I need these caves done. All right, that is looking all right now. I'm very, very cautious of my pot, the cleaning pot there. There's another one down. Oh, we are actually doing pretty well. I've got two sides of these ones, and then we're going to flip over and do the other ones. Swordplay and sorcery. Welcome. Wow, I'm curious about where you're coming from, what time of the day it is. Awesome to have you here. Really cool. Yeah, multiple camera setups is the only way to run. I want to give you guys a lay of the land, or what I'm doing. We're gonna have this the remote cam just so you can see a bit more of what we're working on. We've got a lot of like fun props and stuff in the background. Printer's kind of quiet at the moment. I've been printing some other stuff for another project, which has I finally finished printing a lot of the pieces for that. That is a big project. It is something I have been working on for a little while, but it's exciting. It's really going to help tie the game room together for sure. It is a large set of props that features a lot of materials and some found materials like cardboard and that kind of thing, but partnered with some 3D printable pieces. Patrons have early access to some of those files, but yeah, I'm keen to get that guy out as well. I see a huge stack of of the pieces for that big old prop staring me in the face. Definitely want to get those done. So we're going to have the Archon Studios video coming out soon, and I've got a couple of other sponsored spots. I have to obligations that we're going to get through, and then we're going to hit the ground running with some of these bigger props, and maybe some action in the live play space. I'll probably test it out as a backer only stream, probably further down the line. I have an idea for a cool competition for the Patreon members or back channel supporters, where we might design a dungeon together, and some players we'll play the game and we'll film it. Let's see how that goes. Good old USA. I'm usually sleeping in, but for some reason I woke up early. So enjoying the stream with a nice cup of coffee. Good to have you here. I think we have summoned you with our psychic vibes. Good to have you here. I hail from Australia. Now you watch this Australian man paint his caves, Dungeons and Lasers cave terrain. I really want to have this all painted, so it's all coming together fast. I'm really kind of thinking that it's starting to get a little bit clogged, so I think I'll be doing the paint inside here. Oh, still quite a bit. All right, I'm going to turn this off. I have a little bit of a clean. Maybe use my new cleaning pot. Oh, you have a break. Oh. Okay. Whoa. I got a little break there. Oh man, if you don't know what kind of weather it is down here, it's warm, especially in my unair-conditioned garage dungeon. I've got lots of studio lights in here. I like lights. It's something like lamps. I like to collect lamps. Maybe that's where all this kind of like fascination with lighting and stuff first occurred. Whoa, where'd my little squeezy guy go? Oh, he's on the floor. All right, we're gonna just do a little clean of this guy. Because I feel like it was starting to clog. Got quite a bit painted before it was starting to get that way. But yeah, now's a good time to chat. I've got my face out of a mask. Oh, it is a little bit of a relief. All right, well, we've got quite a few painted over there though, so I still have to flip them over, do the other side, and letting them dry a bit, which is good. And then we're going to man, am I going to get to dry brushing tonight? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I think normally I would do a layer of varnish to kind of just lock in that paint. Yeah, I just definitely have to kind of clean this out a bit. Yeah. All right. I think we've restored this a little bit. I do love this little squeezy doolies. All right. Oh man, I have got so much stuff I want to run and play. I think that's kind of why I love all these tabletop games. There's so many different like genres and settings and stuff to try. I feel like I could play for hundreds of years and still have such a fresh experience. Anaconda Balls, I see you here. And Overkill Joe, yes, that is correct. I am running the Eclipse here. It has been a good workhorse. Anaconda Balls saying, hi, good to have you here. Recently found your channel. I really love how you create the atmosphere. Good use of light usually gets overlooked in game rooms, I feel like. Definitely, I totally agree. That's the one thing I think, especially if you're a mediocre painter like myself, it helps certainly hide a lot of imperfections that you might have in your models. I found that models with some good like detail, texture on them really kind of sing nicely in some atmospheric lighting as well. But honestly, it just kind of ties everything together. Even if like, I definitely want to do some future videos on the channel where I show how to modify some of like whatever kind of existing terrain that you might have and just theme it to a completely different location just by the color of lighting and stuff. So the same kind of forest terrain and scatter, change the lighting hues to like a cooler blue and kind of thing, and maybe a little kind of couple of pieces of scatter, and it makes it into a frosted forest. It's fascinating how much it can dramatically change the look of things. But yeah, welcome, good to have you here, and I am
complete mess of being in here and being in this sweaty garage dungeon. All right, I think we're back in business here. I should be using the cleaning pot. That's what it's for. Oh yeah, that's running better now. Nice. All right, back to it, Seb. This terrain won't paint itself. All right, good thing I have plenty of that olive drab poo green. Let's just test out the color here. Make sure I know where firing also. Oh yeah, it's coming out much nicer now. All right, put on the old bean mask again. Old bean.
All right. Focus there. Looks good. Borotrol, welcome. Good to have you here. Do you use a silent compressor or a CO2 tank? I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I've got a compressor going. Maybe the noise suppression is working pretty well. Cover it up. Oh man, that's working so much better. Keep dumping, Seb. Oh. Dump the poop. Yes, yes. Okay, it's good to know that, yeah, this is the level it should be spraying. Not that dribble that was happening before. Alright, done. Man, yeah. Sweet. That is how fast it should be. Alright, another one bites the dust. It's looking good, looking good. We only have a few more to go. Another gray sprue. Let's do it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I've got it under the table, so hopefully the noise suppression, you don't hear it as much. But I just got this one from the hardware store. It's been working all right. Bunnings. So we've got a hammer bun. You know what that is? Oh yeah, man, this is where go figure. Clean your airbrush helps. Does wonders. Yeah, just dump. There we go. Nice. All right. That was super fast. All right. That's another one. Man, that was even faster than the last one. All right. So that means I gotta flip these other guys and do the other side. All right. We're gonna start from driest, I think. Which is this guy. I mean, yeah, if you're working from home, I've definitely... That could be quite tempting. I still have some Hero Quest miniatures to paint too. So we'll pick those up in another stream. I reckon. Oh, yeah, no, this is working beautifully now. I'll be having too much fun spraying this paint. Still have to spray the back of it of the other ones. Well, at least I don't have to spray the back of these tiles at all. I'll just focus on these cavey bits. There we go. What time is it? How are we going? We've got 23 minutes to have these all base coated. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop for any reason, Zeb. Alright. That's looking good. Definitely done there. Yep. Okay. Alright, another one. Oh, this one's even smaller. So I have to do this. I have to do this bit. If I keep it flowing, maybe I will be able to do all this before any kind of clog sets in. Wonderful. Alright, that's another one. Flying now. Ooh. Oh man, I was just singing the praises here of going so fast. We got another clog going. Man, given how fast we were going, still got quite a bit in there. It's not Vallejo primer, but there are some Vallejo paints in here. I've just got mixed a whole bunch together in here just to try and match some of the colors that we've got in some of these pre-painted dungeon sets. So I'm trying to match those ones from the Dungeons and Lasers set. Oh man, I am definitely gonna have to clean this. Look.
We had a good run. It was super fast. Looks like we've clogged again. Like it's still coming out, but it's not coming out as fast, that's for sure. But yeah, not Vallejo primer, just, I actually think there are a lot of Vallejo paints. They're from this like WizKids painting set kind of thing. But I believe they are Vallejo paints, so not far off. Not far off, buddy. All right, let's try and clean this up as quick as we can. Because we are close, we're very close to having these all base coated. Are we gonna have to be able to dry brush them? I don't know, depends on drying time. It is warm in here though. Like if it's warm, it means it'll dry faster. There's one good thing about some hot weather in here. It means I'll be able to, these will dry quicker, which is good. It's good for all Seb. We need to get a Dungeons and Lasers caves video quick smart. I see a lot of folks in the community have already released quite a few videos covering the Dungeons and Lasers caves. But I definitely want to put my own twist on it. So if there's anything you would love to see, do you think old Seb can deliver on? Be sure to mention it in the chat. I'm definitely going to have more of an atmospheric look at him. And that's going to be more taking a look at the lighting and fog and sound that can be associated with these kind of like cave terrains. And I'm thinking of doing it kind of like a showcase kind of thing, where I'll have a layout. You guys will be able to see the big game room set up behind the corner, and we'll set it up there. We'll have a nice kind of like intimate kind of look at laying out some caves, talking about like the kind of maybe the sounds and lighting and that kind of thing of some of the techniques I might use. And we're gonna have, maybe we can have a little look behind the DM screen or something. I don't know. I still gotta kind of plan it out a bit. I was kind of hoping I'd have all these cave bits painted and then throw them on the table, and then the ideas would just, you know, rush in. You know, it would come to me. That was the plan. But yeah, definitely have to get it together quickly, because I know I kind of want to have it to help out the folks at Archon Studios with their crowdfund. Oh, it's still quite a bit cloggy here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in there, get in the nozzle. That seems okay. I think it's just a nib, this little nib hole. Okay, that might do it. Oh, it's a mess around here, Seb. I know, we're gonna have to paint it. Tantor Doe, welcome. Dared to sleep in until 7 today. Love me some cavey bits. Good to have you here. Yeah, we're trying to furiously paint a bunch of these sets from Dungeons and Lasers. Oh, I said that super weird. Dungeons and Lasers from Archon Studios. They have a crowdfund up at the moment, so if you're keen on checking it out, there is a link in the description that basically says, hey, Seb sent you guys here. So even if you don't buy anything, clicking that link helps old Seb a bit. But it's some good looking cave terrain. I don't know if you've seen from the ad that was on earlier, but they have all different sets. I quite like the look of like the belly of the beast. I reckon I could get quite a lot of use out of that one, because I've definitely had some adventures within the beast. All right, that's looking a lot better. Wow, that took a while to clean out that one. We're getting close though. All right, so we got to flip these, get the paint back in. Give that a little swish with the brush, actually. There we go. Ooh, is that going to be enough? Cover the rest. Gosh, I hope so. I might have to be a bit, like I was dumping it on earlier. I have to be a little bit more cautious now. All right, masks on. Oh, we're in, breathing. Versatility, definitely. All right, let's see if I get this guy. There we go. Running. Ooh.
Hang on, not quite running for me here. You're too thick. Yeah, I have to thin it out a bit more. Not right. A bit thick there. Not quite coming through there. Come on, mate. We've got to paint these sets. There we go. It's definitely a little bit thick. Alright, hopefully that's a little bit better. Oh, it was working so well before. Almost just lost the second paint pot. Oh, what's going on here? It's a bit of a sputtering mess. A bit more thinner, maybe. Alright, we're going to need a bit more thinner here. Running low. At least it'll give me a little bit more paint. Yeah, I just did a whole cleaning bit. Tell me it's clogged again. Come on, baby. How's that? Alright, now there's nothing in there. Come on, just a little bit of cleaner through there. See if that helps. Clean that out a bit. Yeah, that's better. Nice. Third time's a charm. I just cleaned it. I just cleaned it out. That's better. Alright, we got it. It was a little thick. Still struggling. Oh, what's going on here? I'll try to unscrew this a little bit, guys. This is not the plan. I'm running out of time now. What's this? Like a 10 minutes. Ugh. This is definitely not the plan. This is not. This was. I was going so well. We got most of it painted. And now. Alright, let's see. It's coming out. Alrighty. Sputtery. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. It's going so well. When in doubt, clean it out. Alright, I'm gonna just do another clean, I guess. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh, it's going so well.
Oh, it's definitely not the plan. Not the plan, Seb. We gotta clean this out again. I didn't even use it. Let's see. It's gonna run water through it. Come on, mate. It must have been too thick. Dried out. We're getting some bubbling happening at the front here. Must be some paint on the needle or something. How's that? Just gonna tease the needle a bit. There we go. I think it must have been. Yep, it's coming through nice now. All right, it's better. Don't like it though. It's cost, how much did that cost me? 10 minutes? I'm gonna lose points for this. All right, there we go. Just gonna run a little bit more water here. Let's see it. Yeah, that's good now. Yeah. It's actually quite refreshing. Nice little spritz. Maybe that's what it deemed I needed. A refreshment. That's good. Like it's like milk. So I mean that's the consistency, right? For airbrush paint, you need it to be. Okay, that's working. We're gonna try that. So far, so good. Oh, Vallejo paints smell nice.
It's like sweet. All right. Come on, Seb, we can do this. We're very close. Okay, let's. Definitely came pretty fast. Alright, that's better. Now it was just filthy. It was just a dirty board. Now she is clean. Okay, another one. Quick. How many minutes we got? 5. We can do this. Just gotta keep at it. I only think we had a couple of sprues left. Go. Speed. Radical speed. There we go. Lovely. We got it. One last. This is the last one? Ooh, now I got almost. Got two more to go. Oh, we're not gonna make it. First picked up the airbrush in college. 1991. Wow. I've been painting for a while, fella. Fell in love with the Iwata Custom Micron B. I'm guessing Iwata is like one of those brands that's like, once you buy one, you kind of just have it for like quite a while. Like, I've had this airbrush for a few years, and it's been going pretty strong. It's a good workhorse for this kind of stuff. One tip I found out is to not think of it like a spray can. Let air go through and pull back. Yeah, I definitely do that as well. You might not be able to tell on the stream, but yeah, get air flowing first and then let the paint come through. Oh, I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to have enough paint. And it's just timing wise. Come on, Seb, we can make it. We're gonna make it in time. Dump. Okay, just base coat. All right, that's another one. Pretty good. Wonderful. Well, how much time we got? 2 minutes. That's another one down. Last one. Go. I just don't clog. Don't clog me now. Speed paint. Go. Oh, we're gonna have loads of time. This better be the last one. Space. Going. 1 minute. I think we're good. I think we're good. Do we make it? Oh, here we go. Base coated. I think we did it. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how an airbrush do. 11:59, and I'm stuck in the goddamn mask. All right, very good. This one, just calm down. All right, there we go. I'm free. All right, that was a race course finish there. We have a whole bunch of these now painted. It's kind of hard to tell here, but I've done the flip side, so they're all a little bit wet now. So I won't be able to dry brush some things. So I'll have to do that. I'll have to do that tomorrow, I think, because I need to get these assembled and painted. Oh my god. Tantile says, and then you look in the shipping box and you see there's 3 more sprues. God, no! No. Honestly, there's a good amount of cave tiles here. I think that's all of them. I hope so. Anyway, so if you're curious to see how these turn out, I am probably gonna dry brush and finish these tomorrow. So you can expect to see maybe like an Instagram post or something. If you're not following on Instagram, we have just passed 1,000 followers on Instagram. So if you want to see some like fun little shots or reels or something, that's a good place to go. If you want to see some more behind the scenes type of thing, there is the Discord channel, which is available to our members.
as well, our Patreon members, our channel members. A great little community. So there's a link there in the description. And if you're curious about the Archon Studios Dungeons and Lasers Caves, it is now currently in their crowdfund stage. And yeah, they have some great sets. So these are just like the standard, like rocky caves. These are just the sprues here, but they're they're really nicely like laid out on these, because even just to pave them on the sprues, you can see like the connection points are all on like the base and stuff. So yeah, that was super fast to paint. You can buy pre-painted ones as well, so you don't even have to do all this stuff where you're racing against the clock to airbrush these things. But it was super fun. Thanks to everyone who has been dropping by. So check out those links if you're curious, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see a video dropping about this, hopefully within maybe next week or the week after. Hopefully that video will be dropping, which will be looking at this in a more atmospheric setting. But yeah, until then, I'll catch you next time. I'll see you next week on the next After Dark live stream. Catch you then. I'm Sebastian, and let's create and inspire. That was a hell of a race. I can taste paint in here still. All right, see you guys. Bye. Bye.